And again, the importance of signs and symbols, and this is going way back in time with Confucius. Signs and symbols rule the world, not words nor laws. And that's very apparent. There is no justice in the justice system. There's just a bunch of money-hungry lawyers, and the more money you have, you're going to win the case. So that's as far as the law is concerned. There is no, of course, life's not fair. Well, there's a reason life's not fair. It's this corrupt system we're living in. But again, the whole topic is signs and symbols. And this one, I show about every single, live stream, every single video presentation. So very important with Manly P. Hall, very famous Freemason. When the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. And this is really going to be spotlighted with so many things. And that gets into a story that I saw today, just a few hours ago, actually, with this TV show, this so-called reality show. These fishermen, the catch, I'll just call it the catch with 𝗥𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗀 at 33 years old. And there's so many things here, CNN, TMZ, both owned by Time Warner, pushing this nonsense. People say, well, he's 33, it's a coincidence. People might say that. But then when you see this at the age of 33 in his last name, again, 𝗥𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀 being 33. So you get your dual 33s as always. Just like these stories that I covered in the past in Cleveland with these 3 females, went missing. We all know about this story in Cleveland. By the way, Cleveland is 33 in numerology. And while, they're happy as clams, as you can see. And they're on stage. You can see the big smile. But what I always point out is that 33. You get your 3, and of course the heart with the open end with the 33. So definitely, this is really important. Actually, I'm going to stop myself. I'm going to show this again because I've read comments after past live streams, prior videos, and I have people that message me. They leave comments stating, well, I show the information you present, RV, to friends, family, and they call it all a coincidence. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to run a little bit longer so the coincidence theorists will see things, and it's going to be undeniable. So this is going to be a longer presentation with screen sharing. I'm definitely going to take breaks. I'm not going to screen share. There's a lot to show. I'm going to take breaks and definitely read what people are saying in the chat. I think it's so very important that I do that as well. So let's do that. And by the way, I just took a peek and I saw Alex S. I want to thank you for that. I'm going to see what you said here. Yeah, you didn't say anything, but thanks for that again, Alex S. Much appreciated, brother, for that. And actually, I'm going to take a second here. And 1 second, everyone. Just bear with me. Let's see here. Yeah, just wanted to show that. Thanks so much again, Alex S., as we continue on with the screen sharing and the information. So again, a lot of people are saying, RussianVids, what he presents, a lot of so-called coincidences, and definitely not when you see this. And want to show this. Just the mockery, as always. You have Anderson Cooper and this one female talking about Kimberly Vaughn, this case here with this event. And, supposedly, very sad situation here. And what do you see? Obviously here, the big smile and the hand signs, as always, the signs and symbols in plain sight. Okay. Now, this is something I want to cover a little bit more. I know there's a lot of people that really like this man, Dr. Kaufman, as he's, coughing. The signs and symbols, again, the back, I believe this is looks like a teardrop. Again, people that come out of nowhere for the latest event on the world stage and are propped up, I'm very suspicious. Where's his past work? And people are propping him up. And this is something so very important his connections, with Governor Cuomo. And I got to be very careful here the way I word this. The reason Dr. Kaufman, Andrew Kaufman, is being, basically praised by Governor Cuomo is for his work, his so-called work. And this relates to him and his associate business partner, James L. Knoll. And basically they learn how to supposedly tap in the human mind. And I should mention his business partner, Dr. James L. Knoll the fourth. He was really had a lot to do with that one school in the Northeast, helping the family members from that school. We know that so-called event. So he's business partners with that individual. And when it comes down to, again, with Dr. Andrew Kaufman, why he's being praised is for his work in helping people, tapping into the mind and helping people that are going to do themselves in. I'll just put it that way. People that are going to do themselves in, he has tapped in the human mind and with this detection to prevent that. So this is a very intrusive, tapping the mind like that. But again, he's being awarded by this man who we all know, as you can see, his brother, is spotlighted on CNN, being, of course, an anchorman on CNN. So the connections are not good, and again, this is so very important. With this, as I shown before, this is an interview with Carrie Madej, I believe her surname is, and the rope bridge, which I believe, represents instability, the path. And I mentioned as I shown before, the supposed hero cop, Greg Anderson, 33 on Instagram, with the identical rope bridge in the back. And I mentioned the globe symbolism as well on the back. And it has the crown. He flashes the crown, California, as I mentioned in my last stream. Definitely this is something very important. Be suspicious of everybody. This is, again, they present these heroes. They're always trying to roll out new heroes. And this is very key to understand. So it doesn't mean he doesn't put out some good information. I'm not saying that, but just be so very cautious. And again, the title here of this live stream with the white horse, Joe Biden, the white horse, we're going to get into that, as I showed in my last stream with Obama in Denver, Colorado, the white horse above him. I find it interesting. You have the white horse, you just change one letter from the white horse to the White House. And again, this is so very important. This is another event I covered, the Santa Fe event, as you can see here, with this student named Rome Sherbert with as you can see here, the number 33. I'm not going to go into details regarding this event. I've covered this, and it's on 153news.net. And these are his classmates. You see the 33 in black on the face. You see the double cross. I mentioned this, like double cross. I double crossed you, on the faces, and the duality aspect with that. And you had some so-called witnesses, as you can see here, the symbolism here, as we see. And this is very important regarding Joe Biden and what took place recently with him. What you see on the hat, and this is the polo logo, of course, but it's the white horse symbolism. And just another from the same event. And let me actually get a little bit of a close-up. You see the white horse. And of course, with these individuals, they're given these props. It's not their doing. Just like with the same event, the white horse symbolism. And a little bit of a close-up. And you see the white horse on the T-shirt. And again, from the same event, you see this man here wearing the Masonic necklace, the square and the compass. A little bit of a close-up here, as you can see. I'm not sure that's much better, but anyways, and the event in Sydney, Australia, 7 Network, Australia, as you see here. And I mentioned the white horse in my previous stream, and the clock, as you can see, what it reads. And this is so very key. That gets right into Joe Biden. And again, the title, this is so very important. And I want to thank Romina 𝗥𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗀 for sending me the video clip. I was pretty busy, and she sent this over to me on Skype. And just take a look here, as we know, takes place. And of course, Christianity at Care, you get your CC for 33, always coded. And Joe Biden, we know what's happening to him here. And just take a close look at what you see here. And you're going to see a close-up, and he extends himself, and there is the exact white horse symbolism. Again, they're all about the symbolism. And he stretches out to shake his wife's hand. And you see, again, the same identical from the event last year, the same white horse symbolism. So definitely, again, you know, it's very, you got to have, you know, like they say, devil's in the details. You got to have a keen eye to all these symbols and logos that they present, because it means nothing to the masses, but it means all to them. And definitely, I want to point out one thing as well. It's kind of hard to see here. Let me see if I can find it in the back. And it's the one eye symbolism here, as you can see. So that's, again, so very important, the white horse and the CC, as you see here. The 33 and the white horse. And this is something I want to cover. I have it on my other channel. Actually, I already showed that the connection there. That's something I already showed. Let's get to this one here, which I've covered on my other channel with this nurse and the 3 and 3, the 33 on the mic. And don't think for a second this is something that just was organic. You know, they're playing both sides of the field. They want to put fear on both sides, the mainstream and the alternative with this. And you see when it happens, you know, he's already holding her up, you know, before anything, just a safeguard. And again, very key, of course, that 33. So again, we see that. That's on my other channel. And I want to show this as well. This is from CNN, that garbage cable station we all know about. And it's with these kids, and I'll just call these diapers people put on their face, and they went around the neighborhood picking them up because there were people littering supposedly the neighborhood with these face diapers, and they said they picked up 33 of them. Are you kidding me? And I'll just say, I have to do this in reverse. One kid is 11, the other kid is 9. Just reverse it. You know what you get. Of course, the bricks in the background, completely ridiculous. And again, signs and symbols. This is what it's all about. And also, I should mention, it's like a gold color shirt and a blue. Gold and blue is 33 as well. So there's a lot going on here, you know, and yeah, you know, people see the obvious, but look further. There's a lot more. And again, definitely looks like, I'm not sure if these are cutoff pants or the pant leg rolled up, but definitely very Masonic. So anyways, and that definitely, I should show this for those who are joining in late with the whole, let me actually get a little bit of close up this for those that can see it a little bit better. And the slippers too. Slippers is 33. When you so there's so many things going on here. It's really, really funny stuff going on here. Anyways, so I covered this earlier with the nurse and the 3 and 3 on the mic. That was mentioned. I should actually blow this up here, show this a little bit closer, where you see again Biden with the white horse symbolism. So this is something I'm repeating that I covered a little bit earlier, but definitely getting the aspect of what I was talking about earlier And this guy we all know. Let's see here. And he goes on, and he's getting this put on his arm. But as you can see, he starts touching his other arm, So it's just more mockery, saying how his arm is okay when it's the other arm. Complete mockery, 100%. And let's see here. What do I have here? Yeah, I showed this earlier with this individual. Now, again, I should just do this for those joining a little bit late. This is all about, of course, as a title, about signs and symbols. Signs and symbols rule the world, not words nor laws, as I shown in the very beginning. And, of course, this famous quote by Manly P. Hall, when the human race learns to read the language of symbolism, a great veil will fall from the eyes of men. So that's something I'm repeating because I had a long delay, and a lot of people are joining a little bit late, and getting back to the whole white horse symbolism, like I said. And we're going to get past that and get into more symbolism, which, again, is so very important for those running this show. Once you learn their language, you're fluent in their language of symbolism, you're going to see a whole lot more on what's really going on. And that's definitely another aspect here is Fox News. And you have the Fox, you have the red and the blue. You combine them for purple equals royalty. And again, of course, Fox. It's like the billboards in They Live, where people see, the billboard itself, but is obviously there's hidden symbolism and there's hidden meanings, just like with Fox, what you get in numerology. So again, the unenlightened see the fox, and fox are, of course, very, very clever, very sly. And what do the occultists see? They see the six. They see what you see here. And of course, I'm going to show a little bit of a close-up. This is the Pythagorean chart. Of course, we all know this, but definitely for those that are newer to this, very important. Again, this is literally like, They Live the movie with the billboards. So that needs to be shown. And before continuing on, actually, let me go to full screen here. You can see a little bit better on that side of it. Let me get here 1 second. 100%. I'm going to screen share this really quickly. I'm just taking a quick peek. They are. There are 100% Scotty Osborne, without a shadow of a doubt. And let's get back to the screen share. This is something I've covered in the movie. I said it so many times when it comes to this Matrix, Hollywood. We all know the story about the Hollywood pagans. In Europe, they cut the Hollywood trees, to shape their wands, their magic wands, witches' wands. That's how you get Hollywood. It's Hollywood magic, as we all know. So all producers, directors, and writers in Hollywood are Masons, of course. And again, the signs and symbols everywhere. And when you're looking at Quentin Tarantino with the ball earth on his shirt, by the way, and you see the 3 and the 3 in plain sight. I get a little bit of a close, but again, I show this in a video presentation, a little bit faint, but you definitely see it on the wallpaper and the mirror reflection, and 100% on that. And also too, let me actually show this with Samuel L. Jackson, and you see here as well. They're showing the wallpaper. You'd figure this would be cut out, and they would just, they would focus on the 2 actors, but no, they have this wallpaper again on the side, and there's a definite reason for that. As you see here, the 3 and the 3 again. And again, with the cups, I should mention this too. When you think you saw it all, you see the blue and the gold cup, gold and blue. Blue and gold is 33 in numerology. Just like I showed earlier, with the two children here with the shirts, just like the cups. They love this color coordination. So this is the funny thing is, and I know people that that run the media, they watch my stuff. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. My live stream podcast have been presented in documentaries in Australia, ABC News. So I know they listen in, and they think they're clever, but we're on to them. And again, they think, oh, we just see the 33, but we don't see this. We don't see the bricks. We don't see the pant leg rolled up. We see a lot. And I'm definitely passing on their little secrets on to many people, and hopefully they pass it on to many more. So that's what it's all about. Let's get back here to, again, this John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson again, so for all to see. And there's much more about this movie, of course. There's so much more we can point out with Pulp Fiction, this movie that was made in 1994. As we all know, Samuel L. Jackson, as he reads Bible scripture, he's taking out people. This is just another form of mockery as well. And again, these are just actors, just sellouts, just puppets. And also it needs to be known too, Quentin Tarantino, he's just putting these movies out there. There's people behind the scenes we never see, of course, that want these movies to be put out there without a shadow of a doubt. And of course, the infamous. Actually, before I show the suitcase or the luggage, I should say the combination. We all know about, of course, Winston Wolfe played a major part in the movie. Of course, Winston Wolfe is WW for 33, just like Waterworld, Willy Wonka. It's just like the opposite of MM. Like Mad Max, that's 33. There's Waterworld, which is duality. They're both 33 when you turn them sideways. And this scene here with Winston, again, Winston itself is 33 in his car. Let's see here. The license plate. This is something I've covered for many, many years. This of course has caught on with many truthers. Is the license plates are coded, and they're definitely showing you. This is obviously a shot from the movie, showing a real close up, and then of course in the standard numerology here, it all adds up to 33. Of course, ZA and all everything here, the 3AB, everything, you get your 33, as we see here. Also, the combination on the briefcase, we all see it here as John Travolta is rolling it down, and people just see this, the 3 6s here, but also the Franzen on the bottom underneath. So you have the 666, and you have the Franzen, and of course, what are you going to get? So you have your 33 with the 666 all together intertwined. Unbelievable, and what I'm getting is how many people have seen these movies? Millions upon millions of people have seen these movies, and they don't see, obviously what's right in front of them. And that's, this is what it's all about. This is why it's so important to understand these signs and symbols. Once you've seen this, you can't unsee it. And this is why this presentation on this topic of signs and symbols is so very important. And that gets into the topic of the pyramid symbol and the Maltese cross. When you fold in the sides, it makes a pyramid. Okay, there's another hidden aspect that I'm going to show right now. I'll get right to it with the Arco logo. So people see this logo, like Chrysler as well. And what you're looking at is a top view of a pyramid. This is the very top of the pyramid, and these are the sides going down. So again, it's like, just like the movie, let me get to it here. Just like the movie They Live with the billboards. People see the billboard, but, there's like that hidden meaning, that people see their whole entire lives, but don't know what they're actually looking at. Again, hidden in plain sight. And of course, you go to Arco gas. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sometimes that skips over. You go to the Arco gas station, you see that the pyramid. And also, I should point out too, a lot of these Arco gas stations. Let's get to it here. They have this. Here it goes again, skipping around on me. I hit on one thing and it highlights another. We'll get to that in a bit. But what I'm getting at here, if I can actually highlight it properly, you have the dome symbolism over AM, PM. So night and day and the dome symbolism. And it kind of reminds me of the Citibank logo where they have the dome symbolism over. So night and day, you're living under a dome. And again, the pyramid in plain sight. Of course, the world and all the everything else you see here, the red and blue. The red and blue, again, purple for royalty. There's so much going on here. But I'm going to, let me see here. I'm having issues here with this thing. Let me see here. Let me move this out of the way. It's getting in my way a bit here. But I want to actually show, again, getting back to the symbolism of the Maltese cross and the pyramid. And what I find interesting is we'll get into the police, we'll get into the fire department. As you see, this is the fire department, the New York Fire Department logo. And you see, you'll understand who's behind it all with the police, the firefighters, all of them. And let's show this here. The Rescue Me, you see Rescue Me. And let's get to, where is it? And here you go. So they highlight Rescue Me on top. And of course, you can have your 33. So, there's signs and symbols. People really have to focus on every aspect of what you look at. And again, once you see this information, it's going to really get people to look, of course, deeper. And just take a look at this one ring here. And you see the pyramid structure. Again, just like the Arco, a little bit different on top, but definitely the four-sided pyramid as well in this ring. And this is the firefighters, the Masonic firefighters, of course, the ladder symbolism. We all know about that with masonry. And again, a little bit different, but this is definitely like the pyramid, like the Maltese cross, but just a bit wavy. And just more of the same when it comes to firefighters. And this is important. Of course, a lot of these events that we've seen over the years, you have the police and the firefighters working side by side, and of course, the people at the top. And you see the gloves, you see the checkerboard. It goes hand in hand with the no pun intended with the hands, with the Freemasonic lodges. And there's so much more, as you can see here. They're wearing the gloves just like the Masons wear the gloves. Of course, police and Freemasonry, just like I showed with the fire departments. And of course, you have the police and you have the G, with the police being 33 and the G itself. Flip over the alphabet A through Z, 1 through 26. You get to 30. You get to G, it's a 33. You get to 33, it's a G. And even the cuffs. Well, I'll just show this as I show every time. The dual 33s with a Grand Sovereign Commander. But even the cuffs, take a look at this. Unbelievable. Even when you have the cuffs. And people think it's just an amazing coincidence. It's just unbelievable. This world we live in is really unbelievable. But again, all the connections with the police, fire department are really undisputable. And this is why I'm doing this presentation. Want to do it in one shot, but I definitely want to address the chat box. And again, I should show this again with the all the symbolism. And again, getting back to Manly P. Hall, a great veil will be lifted from your eyes when you understand the language of symbolism. And it gets to this, more mockery from the music industry. Of course, Mason controlled music industry with Kate Bush and her wearing the dunce cap, looking down at the globe. It's unbelievable. But nonetheless, actually, here's one thing I want to point out too. I just showed it. Let me get to it. Actually, where we go there with the. Did I forget to bring it down? Let me see here. I thought I brought that down as well. Oh, here we go. It's right here. I apologize. And this is a very important aspect, too, with gas stations. Again, just like ARCO, the red and blue, and the chevron. So very important to understand chevron. And these are chevrons, of course. Red and blue, purple, just like ARCO, and chevron being 33. And the important thing is you have your 33 three times. 33 with the actual chevron letters, and then you have the two additional chevrons for your 3 and 3 is 6, and you guys get the picture. And you got, this is 96, 69, whatever. But anyways, you guys get the point. And again, more signs and symbols. Bank of America, you have 2 slashes here, or basically 2 11. So 11, 11, 11, 33. And again, the red and the blue for purple. So it's amazing. 11, 11, 11 for 33 coded. And of course, we know about this group. And yeah, ABC all the way down to K. And you get, of course, 11, 11, 11. You get this. So, yeah. And getting back to, as I've shown here, the music industry, so much programming in every aspect, of course, with MTV. And right between the two holes for MTV, they have the Masonic square and compass in plain sight with the bricks. How they put everything in plain sight. And I'm not saying they even know. They have a clue. They're just hired help. But definitely, the cameraman is told to position, have this all worked out just like this and show this, obviously. And, of course, I showed this in the past with the Thompson twins. And how many ballers do you need? Give me a break. Yeah, all in plain sight with the symbolism, with the ball earth programming, and, of course, with the Eurythmics, the rocket in the back. She spins the globe. She's wearing a man suit. It's about duality with the orange hair. This is a screenshot from one of my videos I made several years ago and showing so much symbolism in both music videos. And just to point it out with the mockery, they're telling you, look at the hair. Everybody has seen this, I know. But look, are you people that stupid you don't see this? They're actually pointing it out. It's not like they're just talking. You see the hair. They're actually saying, look at this. Are you people that dumb you don't understand? We're putting hairspray, and they're just laughing their butts off. It's ridiculous. So this is something that I mentioned earlier with the whole entire Michael Jackson saga, and the attorney, well known for being a Mason and doing the Masonic hand pose, as you can see, just like this Mason here. This is something I covered years ago. This is actually a clip from that video I made about Michael Jackson and that whole debacle. And one of the people that took the stand in relation to Michael Jackson, and her name is Sade Ending, like sad ending. It's just, again, everywhere you look, there's going to be mockery. There's going to be, and people don't get it. They just see the name and it just doesn't mean anything to them, But you got to put all these things together. And there's so much more. I always say it. These people, they just, they pass with no warning. And that's for shock value. It happened with Bowie. It happened with, which we'll get into later, with David Bowie, Robin Williams, Prince. You had George Michael. The list goes on and on. They want it for shock value. They want to, if someone is passing and it's coming, it's not going to hit as hard. So that's why these celebrities go off into the sunset with no warning. That's very important. And very important, I want to point this out, this character on the world stage, and obviously this is something I pointed out I had a talk with Jaron the other day, like I said, on the live stream. And very important, Bill Hicks looks different throughout all of his photos. I mean, it's unbelievable. Sometimes it looks nothing like the character Alex Jones that he plays. But this is, you know, without a shadow of a doubt, the same person. Yeah, they did a little bit of touch up with his ears. He looks a bit different. But when the world's a stage and you know, the players have their, you know, many players play different roles. They have their exit. He's just a character on the world stage. And again, look at the hand symbolism here. We all know what that is. Let me get a little bit of a close-up. And InfoWars twice. Why is that? So you have Alex Jones, who is 33 in numerology, as we all know, and InfoWars itself is 33. Let me just get a little bit of a close-up of InfoWars there. And also, who was mentioned earlier, a man that, you know, mocked the Flat Earth Truth when I was making videos on it back in 2015. And people are focusing on Max Egan, but they don't see what's right here. On the mic, like I showed earlier, when Patricia Steer mentioned it, she didn't see the 33 on the mic. I'll just take a look here. And also, you know, after 5 years of me making Flat Earth videos, he comes out and says he has to report, you know, that we live on a flat Earth. And it was a very quick video, and he just said more to come. And then he made a longer video that I believe he pulled at a later time. But what he said was interesting, which I'll make a video in the future. He says we live on a flat Earth and a globe or a sphere. Well, I'll get into that. I'll make a video. I'm going to make a video on that in the future. I'll save that for another time. But the bottom line is Max Egan, just like Alex Jones, what a surprise with Max Egan and that really crazy looking face there. Max Egan being 30s. And of course, not his real name. Just like Alex Jones, not his real name. So people are making the connections here. And here's another deceiver with Mark Passio, who's appeared many times on Alex Jones' show. What's happened, you know, what on earth is happening? He's showing the globe. And this is another one of the worst deceivers. He's one of the most transparent frauds. And just take a look here, side by side, you know, two deceivers side by side. How nice. You know, like they say, birds of a feather flock together. Well, here you go. Two dirt balls, two dirt bags, 100%. Have no respect for these people. They think they're slick. They think they're sly. They think they're clever. Not at all. And also, I'm going to mention this: the serpent with the three, you know, basically 3 6s on it. But I'm going to get more of that with the Vatican, with signs and symbols. Right here, you see the Three Stooges here, three deceivers. Again, Egan, Ike, and Kevin O'Keefe. Another one with the orange shirt. Yeah, just three bozos, three clowns. I have no respect for them. They put out some truth, and people get all excited. And, of course, the bricks in the back as well. And here's Rush Limbaugh doing the very Masonic, as we all can see, hand pose. You know, the double over the lips. This is, you know, Mason's thing, tell no secrets. And, of course, the E and the 3. You know, you combine these two. This is why 8s are so important, like 88, because you connect them together. The E and the 3 together make or the flipped E is a 3. You connect them together. Of course, they make an 8. You have the 33 in plain sight. So again, 88 miles an hour. You split the 8 and a half. You have your dual 33s when you flip the E to the 3. So definitely part of the game. Rush Limbaugh. And what I'm getting at here is this event. You know, we all know about Ron Brown, and there's commentary here, again by Rush Limbaugh. Let's take a listen at what is said here. This is world stage theater stuff happening here with Bill Clinton and Rush Limbaugh both playing the part.
Following a memorial service for Ron Brown, laughing and yucking it up here. You'll see as this guy in a gray suit gets out of the way. Ooh, look at that smile. He's having a great old time. Oh, camera. Oh, no. Watch. Here we go. Now here's the tear. Watch the tear here. Oh, there's the gritted. Oh, he keeps walking. He knows the camera's on him, ladies and gentlemen, and he knows how he's got to act. This is what he thinks the people are expecting him to feel.
Well, this is the whole thing. You know, again, this is World Stage Theater, where they're both Rush Limbaugh and Bill Clinton are playing a role. And if I can get to it here, you see Bill Clinton, of course, laughing it up. Like, you know, there's no doubt about it. You know, the big smile on his face until he sees the camera. And this is, of course, meant to happen. Then he gets all sad. It's pretty hilarious, though. But it's no different than watching a TV show when you're watching the stuff like this. It's the same thing. There's no difference. And Bill Clinton, you know, on cue was going to do this, you know, of course. But it's still hilarious. World Stage Theater stuff that even Truthers bought, you know. Truthers would post this. Oh, look at Bill Clinton. The same thing with Monica and that whole debacle. You know, there's so many pictures of Monica and Bill together. And, yeah, I mean, people, you know, they fell for that hook, line, and sinker. But that's just another way to make the media look legit. That's why they did that, you know, to sort of make that perfectly clear. And actually, let me, yeah, I'm good there. Okay. So let me go to the next one here. This is a something I put together years and years ago that's been passed around on Twitter, Facebook. The CNN logo turned sideways is a 33. As a child, I remember seeing the, you know, when I was younger, seeing the CNN logo. I'm like, that's a strange logo. You know, let me see here if I can actually, let me see here. Bear with me, everyone here. Let's see here. If I can do this real quick. Where's it at here? Oh, is that, I just missed it. All right, yeah, let me see. No, that's not the one I want to do. Where is it at here? Not the wrong one? All right, what's going on here? Where's the option here? I lost my option. Oh, here we go. I apologize for that delay, everyone. But anyways, you get the point. When you see it like this, we all know the infamous CNN logo, but I always looked at this like, you know, what's the deal with this logo? It's hard to even see the CNN. It's kind of just, but now, again, everybody understands why. We all understand why. It's very crystal clear of why they created that logo. And definitely an important aspect is the world being a stage, and everybody that's a big player on the world stage, even someone like Steve Austin with pro wrestling, giving this one guy who's well known for being a Mason in Australia, doing the Masonic handshake. And I mentioned it before where, you know, I put this on Twitter. I tagged Steve Austin, and what does he do? He blocked me for pointing this out. So I thought that was funny. And just like I said earlier, with Bowie, and this is Jack Steven, a day after Bowie was, quote, no longer with us. And the big thing is, the hair coming down, but the big thing is the teeth. These teeth do not lie. Well, they do lie, but they don't lie, type of thing. But yeah, I just find it funny, talking about Bowie, and people see this video I made after the whole thing went down. It's just a riot, Bowie in this ridiculous disguise. I know the nose is a bit off, but of course I show with Michael Jackson prosthetics they put on and disguise people. It's a ridiculous disguise, but it's hilarious. It's just the people behind the scenes, they have a funny sense of humor. And now a bit more on the occultic side with these so-called artists, more like con artists, with Rihanna and the Rihanna's concert, 7 countries, 7 days, 7 shows, tour, and of course all about the occult of Crowley, with the 777 in numerology. We all know what it means, order out of course, and in other Kabbalistic writings of Aleister Crowley. So The 777, people say, what's the reason for the numbers? Well, if you understand gematria, which is different than numerology, that's another thing I should point out. People have numerology and gematria mixed up. They're not the same. They are two different things. They're similar, but not the same. So I just definitely want to point that out. And of course, you see the pillars, the winged disc symbolism as well. And this is actually, I should mention, this is also in Washington's Masonic Museum as well. This is over George Washington, the same exact symbolism. And let's see what else here. I've covered this before years ago with the Beastie Boys and their album cover symbolism. We see what's happening here with this plane, and Beastie as in the beast, just like a Monster drink. You see these two buildings here. You see what the man's holding here. This is supposedly a movie theater, but you know what this represents, and we see here as well. So definitely the symbolism is so very key with everything they do. And of course, the Beastie Boys had nothing to do with the symbolism. They have nothing to do with any of this stuff. They're just puppets on a string. And again, from Bowie, I should have showed this earlier. Actually, I'll do it right now again. So here's the teeth with Bowie. There's no gaps with Jack Stephen. And here's the real Jack Stephen being interviewed. Very similar, but not the same to Bowie. The eyes are different. Everything's, very similar, but definitely, and this is a video I made in 2018. I don't know if this was a re-upload or what, but anyways, this is a video I made a while ago. And again, signs and symbols with the Catholic Church. You have the Pope here, Benedict, like Benedict Arnold. While everybody's focusing. Again, here's the Maltese cross. You fold this. This is an actual pyramid on him. But what I'm getting at, the more important aspect, what you see here is the goat on the staff. When you get a little bit of a close-up, you're going to see it. It's kind of blurry, I know, but this is definitely, hidden symbolism with the Masonic goat, as you see here. It's kind of hard to see, I know, but it's definitely there. And if people question that, then you got to take a look at this. Again, Pope Francis, and you see this staff as well. And again, it's just, symbolism is everywhere with the dual snakes wrapped around the staff. And, of course, the crown. And what do we see here? Again, the dual snakes and the Masonic goat, as above, so below. Washington, all the symbolism, so very important. And as we see, of course, the symbolism here and the dual snakes wrapped around the staff. It's like, again, this is what this video presentation is all about, symbolism. And we all know about the Vatican staircase. People are like, what is this? Why is it? What's up with the spirals? You see the 6 and 6 with the design all around. But again, the spiral staircase represents a serpent. And that's why they're big into the spiral symbolism. Just like I showed with Mark Passio, and they have the "Don't Tread on Me" with the serpent. That's definitely, as you can see, a 6 as well. Yeah, it's all there. And that gets to, again, what I showed earlier at the very beginning with the billboards, with the obey and the billboard. And then you look at this billboard. I mean, with this billboard, they're not even hiding anything. With this Park Avenue show, and again, the spiral. You see the numbers. You see the spiral case, all in plain sight. And that gets into the last image I'm going to screen share for this live stream is the Wizard of Oz. Of course, they're going down this path. To meet the man behind the curtain, behind, all these, all their obstacles on the way there that they meet. but this is literally, their journey starts at the end of the serpent's tail. And that's what this symbolizes, definitely. So again, just like Disneyland, it seems sweet to the, from the outside, from the surface, but things are much deeper. Again, the devil's in the details with the serpent's tail that leads down the path.
John chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see.